You think you're stuck, don't you? Trapped in a pit of failure, watching life pass you by while others seem to have it all figured out. Every day feels like you're sinking deeper into the darkness. You've tried and failed over and over again. You feel lost, helpless. But let me ask you this. Are you really stuck? Or are you just refusing to see the truth? This moment, right here, right now, it's not the end. It's the beginning of something far greater than you could imagine. But only if you're willing to face the darkness. There is more to life than black and white. Let's be clear, this pain, this struggle, it's not a curse. It's your greatest weapon. The thing that's holding you down is also the thing that's going to fuel your rise. The problem is, you've been taught to fear the darkness, to avoid it at all costs. But what if I told you that the very thing you fear is the one thing that will push you towards greatness? Just look at your life. Look at the battles you fought, the obstacles you faced. Those are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones. The pain you feel, the exhaustion, the self-doubt, that's the fire that will forge your future. This is where you have a choice. Will you stay stuck in the dark, or will you let it push you to become something stronger, something unstoppable? The distance frowned, like the flicker of a candle, the constant crackling of fire, like the distant thunder of rain. This is where you have a choice. Will you stay stuck in the dark, or will you light up the fire? That's the fire that will vitalize your future. That's the fire that will warm your heart and make it cooler. That's the fire that will warm your heart and make it cooler. The journey into darkness isn't for the faint-hearted, but it's the only way to unleash the power hidden inside you. Don't run from it. Embrace it. And when you do, you'll see that this struggle is not a prison. It's your freedom. You're facing a battle, aren't you? A battle that feels endless. The days when every step forward feels like a mountain to climb, when every attempt at success is met with failure, and the weight of doubt feels heavier than ever. You question yourself, you question your decisions, and sometimes you even question if it's worth continuing. You're not alone. Everyone who's ever achieved anything worthwhile has stood exactly where you stand, at the crossroads of struggle, fear, and self-doubt. Of course, everyone fails exactly what you're facing. But here's the harsh truth. This struggle you're feeling isn't your enemy. It's your weapon. Pain, failure, rejection. They're not chains holding you back. They're the very tools that will break the chains. Without struggle, without the fight, there's no growth, there's no transformation. Your discomfort, your frustration, it's the fire shaping you into something stronger. You're being forged in the furnace of hardship, and it's preparing you for a greatness you can't yet see. Think about the strongest people you know. Have they reached their success by living easy lives? No. Every single one of them has been through hell. The difference between them and others is simple. They didn't give up. They didn't run away from the darkness. They used it, embraced it, and emerged from it stronger than ever. Struggle is inevitable. It's part of the process. But it's also essential. Right now, you might feel like you're suffocating under the weight of your own battles. But every ounce of pain, Every moment of doubt is pushing you closer to the person you need to become. It's shaping your character, sharpening your mind, and testing your resolve. These challenges, they're not obstacles. They're your training ground. They are your tests of endurance, pushing you to develop the strength and resilience you need to overcome anything life throws your way. You see, without struggle, you would remain stagnant. You'd stay comfortable, but you'd also stay weak. The pain you feel now will become the foundation of your power. It is the thing that will separate you from everyone else. Because when you rise from this, you'll be unrecognizable, stronger, sharper, and more determined than ever before. So stop running from it. Embrace it. The harder you fight now, the stronger you'll become. The struggle is real, but it's your weapon, and it will make you unstoppable. Number 8, nursing. Let's talk about success for a moment, but let's strip away the pretty pictures and fairy tales. Success isn't glamorous. It's not some easy goal that you casually stroll towards. The truth is, success comes through blood, sweat, and tears. It's built on a foundation of failure, rejection, and setbacks. If you think the people who made it to the top did it by avoiding pain, you're wrong. They did it by facing it head-on. Every successful person, every person you look up to, has walked through their own personal hell to get where they are. They've been knocked down, kicked, and left for dead, sometimes more than once. But what separates them from those who never make it is simple. They didn't let the darkness break them. They used it. You see, success doesn't come from the absence of struggle. It comes from embracing it. Think about fire. When you heat metal, it melts and becomes malleable. But it's only through intense heat that it can be shaped into something strong, something useful. Without the fire, the metal stays a lump of useless ore. The same goes for you. The struggle is your fire. The pain is the heat. And through that, you're being shaped into something better, stronger, and more resilient. That's the dark truth of success. It's not a reward you get for being good. It's a prize you earn through relentless work and suffering. There's no easy road to success, no shortcuts to greatness. There's only the grind. And that grind, it's going to break you, reshape you, and mold you into something that can handle whatever life throws your way. It's not the smooth path that leads to success. It's the rough, rocky road that forces you to grow, evolve, and rise stronger. To stop romanticizing success as something that happens without sacrifice. Understand this: the harder the struggle, the greater the success. The more pain you endure now, the more you will appreciate the reward when it comes. Success isn't handed to you. It's earned, forged in the fires of hardship, and built on the foundation of everything you've survived. And once you understand this, nothing will be able to stop you from reaching your greatness. So you're stuck in the darkness right now, aren't you? You feel it creeping in, weighing you down, smothering your every move. It's like being trapped in a place where you can't see the light, where every step feels like a risk, and every decision feels like it could make or break you. The truth? The darkness isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally. Give yourself permission to see the light. When you're in the dark, the world slows down. It forces you to face your deepest fears, your worst doubts, and your broken pieces. And that right there is the gift the darkness gives you. The chance to rebuild yourself. The light doesn't make you stronger, The dark does. It's in the hardest moments, when you can't see a way out, that your true potential is being forged. It's in the darkness that you find your power. This is where the magic happens, the real transformation. Because those who can stand tall in the face of the unknown, who don't back down when it seems like the world is falling apart, they're the ones who make it. The darkness forces you to dig deep, to look inside yourself and ask, who am I really? It doesn't let you run away from the truth, from your weaknesses, from the things that need to change. If you learn to embrace this moment, to walk through the darkness with determination, you will emerge on the other side stronger, clearer, and more focused. Right now, you might feel lost, but there's a power waiting for you in that feeling of uncertainty. The longer you stay in the dark and push through, the more you will discover about yourself. Think of the greatest leaders, the warriors, the icons. They didn't wait for the light to come. They didn't wait for the stars to align. They moved through the dark, step by step, forging a path where there was none. And you can do the same. The darkness doesn't have to hold you back. It can propel you forward if you let it. This is your new path. Not one of comfort, not one of certainty, but one of growth, strength, and unshakable resolve. And as you walk it, you will realize something powerful. The darkness was never your enemy. It was the teacher you needed. There's a truth that's harder to accept than any external challenge you're facing. The biggest chains holding you back are the ones inside your mind. You may look at your circumstances and blame everything and everyone around you for your struggles, but the reality is, it's often the invisible chains of fear, doubt, and insecurity that keep you imprisoned. They tell you that you're not good enough, that you fail, that you're not worthy of success. These are the silent killers of ambition. The fears that whisper in your ear when you're alone, telling you to quit, to give up, to stop trying. But let me make something crystal clear. Those chains are only as strong as you allow them to be. The moment you decide to face them head on, to confront those internal demons, is the moment you begin to unlock your true potential. Those invisible chains, they don't have any real power over you. They are only as powerful as the belief you give them. End quote. Fear is the most deceptive chain of all. It convinces you that it's protecting you, that it's keeping you safe. But what it's really doing is holding you back, trapping you in a cage of your own making. It's time to shatter that illusion. When you look at fear in the eye and say, "You don't control me," you take back your power. You realize that the only thing standing between you and greatness is your own hesitation. Doubt is another chain you need to break. It's that little voice inside that constantly questions your worth, your ability, your strength. It makes you second-guess every decision, every move, every action. Doubt thrives in the darkness. But you're already learning that darkness isn't your enemy. So why let doubt control you? Every successful person you admire has had to push through doubt. The difference is they didn't let it paralyze them. They used it to fuel their drive. And then there's the chain of insecurity. This is the most dangerous chain of all because it feeds on your self-perception. It convinces you that you're not enough, that you're not worthy of success or happiness. But let me tell you something. Your worth isn't defined by anyone else's standards. It's defined by your willingness to fight, to rise, to keep going even when the world tells you to stop. You have to confront these internal battles. They won't go away on their own. You have to face them head on, challenge every lie they tell you, and break free from the prison they've created. And here's the kicker. Once you conquer these internal chains, the external ones will no longer matter. You'll be unstoppable, because nothing on the outside can control you when you've already defeated your greatest enemy, yourself. The chains may be invisible, but their hold on you is real, and the only way to break free is by confronting them step by step. It won't be easy. It will take every ounce of strength you have. But once you break free from these invisible chains, you'll realize something powerful. There is nothing you can't conquer. You're standing on the edge. Everything you've been through, all the pain, all the struggle, it's led you here. This moment, the world is pressing down on you. Your doubts, screaming louder than ever, telling you to stop, telling you that you can't go any further. Your body feels weak, your mind exhausted. It would be so easy to give in, to let the darkness swallow you whole. With this, I could stop. But this is where true strength is born. In this moment of choice, this is the final test, the moment that will define who you are. You can either let everything break you, or you can rise above it all. The darkness, it's not your enemy, it's your forge, the fire that refines you. You're closer than ever to greatness, but only if you push through, only if you embrace the struggle instead of running from it. Every successful person you admire has faced this same moment. And what separated them from the rest? Their decision to rise. So ask yourself, will you stay down? Or will you fight, even when it feels impossible? This is your moment to rise, to prove that nothing, not even the darkness, can stop you. This journey isn't for the weak-hearted. It's not for those looking for shortcuts or easy answers. It's for the ones willing to face the darkness, to endure the pain, and to transform it into power. The road to success is paved with struggle. And if you can embrace that struggle, if you can use it as fuel, nothing will be able to stand in your way. You see in the truth now. Pain, hardship, and rejection aren't your enemies. They are your teachers, your weapons, and the very forces that will shape you into someone unstoppable. The world may throw everything it has at you, but it's nothing compared to the power you'll find when you rise through it all. Your journey isn't over, it's just beginning. The choice is yours. Will you keep fighting? Will you rise again and again, no matter how many times you're knocked down? Will you embrace the struggle, take the pain, and turn it into something greater than yourself? The victory you seek won't be handed to you. It will be earned through every battle, every setback, every moment when you refuse to quit. So stand up, face the darkness, and know this. Your strength is built in the very moments you choose not to give up. Remember this, the darkness doesn't define you. How you rise from it does. So face it head on, embrace the struggle, and let it mold you into the force you were always meant to be. Victory is earned, and you're just getting started. Rajiv Chors, Kahal Fort, 2023.